Hello and welcome back to the RDM English Podcast. Today, we're exploring something that most learners never think about: the role of emotions in learning English. Now, you might be wondering, what do emotions have to do with learning a language? A lot, actually, much more than grammar, vocabulary, or even pronunciation. When you think about your journey with English, what feelings come to your mind? Maybe excitement, maybe frustration, maybe fear, or maybe all of them mixed together. And that's completely normal, because learning a language isn't just a mental process, it's an emotional one too. Let's talk about that. Part 1. How emotions shape learning. Our emotions act like filters for our brain. When we feel curious, relaxed, or happy, our brain opens up. It absorbs more, remembers better, and connects ideas faster. But when we're anxious, afraid, or stressed, the brain closes up. It's like trying to pour water into a bottle with the lid still on. No matter how hard you try, nothing goes in. Have you ever noticed that when you're nervous, you suddenly forget simple words you already know? That's not your memory failing. That's your emotion blocking the flow. So, if we want to speak English confidently, we must first manage how we feel while learning it. Part 2. Positive emotions create confidence. Let's start with the good side: positive emotions. When you feel joy, curiosity, or even just calmness while learning, your brain starts linking English with safety and success. For example, imagine you're watching a funny English video. You laugh, you relax, and your mind opens up. Without realizing it, you start remembering phrases, pronunciation, and tone. That's because laughter reduces tension and increases retention. The same thing happens when you feel proud. Maybe after finishing a short conversation or understanding a podcast. That small emotional reward tells your brain, this is worth remembering. Every positive feeling becomes a tiny push forward, a reason to keep learning. So instead of forcing English, try enjoying it. Turn your study time into playtime. Listen to songs, mimic movie scenes, or chat casually online. Make your emotions your allies, not your enemies. Part 3. Negative emotions slow progress. Now, let's talk about the harder side: negative emotions. Fear, embarrassment, frustration. These are the invisible walls that stop so many learners from speaking. Let's say you try to speak English in public. You make one small mistake, and someone laughs, or maybe no one does, but you imagine they are. Suddenly, your brain says, this is unsafe. Don't do that again. That's how emotional fear creates resistance. You start thinking, what if I say it wrong? What if they don't understand? And that hesitation becomes a habit. The truth is, every confident English speaker you admire has faced that fear. The only difference is, they didn't stop. They made mistakes, they felt embarrassed, but they didn't let those emotions define their journey. So the real skill is not avoiding negative emotions. It's learning how to move through them. Part 4. How to control your emotions while learning. Let's discuss some practical ways to balance your emotions while learning English. First, Change your self-talk. When you make a mistake, don't say, "I'm bad at English." Say, "I'm learning English." Those two sentences create completely different emotional reactions. The first one closes your mind. The second one opens it. Second, don't compare yourself with others. You might see someone speaking fluently and think, "I'll never reach that level." But what you don't see is their years of quiet practice, their failures, their emotional ups and downs. Comparison steals joy. Focus on your path. Your speed doesn't matter. Your direction does. Third, celebrate small wins. Did you learn 5 new words today? Great. Did you understand one line from a movie without subtitles? Even better. Write it down. Celebrate it. Smile about it. When you recognize progress, your brain releases dopamine, a feel-good chemical that motivates you to keep going. Fourth, create a positive environment. Don't study in a dull, stressful setting. Play calm music. Keep your space clean and bright. Make learning a pleasant ritual, something your emotions look forward to. And finally, forgive yourself quickly. If you skip a day or forget a word, don't feel guilty. Forgive yourself, smile, and continue. The moment you replace guilt with curiosity, your growth speeds up again. Part 5. Real-life story, learning with emotion. Let me tell you about 2 learners, Anna and Mark. Anna studies English like a soldier. She memorizes grammar rules, writes pages of notes, and gets upset when she makes mistakes. Whenever she can't remember a word, she sighs and says, "I'm not good at this." Mark, on the other hand, treats English like a friend. He listens to English music, talks to himself in English, and even jokes about his mistakes. He laughs, learns, and moves on. 6 months later, Anna still struggles with speaking confidently. Mark, though imperfect, speaks naturally and without fear. Why? Because Mark's emotions helped him, while Anna's emotions held her back. It's not intelligence that made the difference, it's emotional attitude. Part 6. The emotional connection with English. Think about this. English is not just a language, it's a bridge. It connects you to new people, new opportunities, new experiences. Every time you speak English, you're not just using words, you're expressing emotions, stories, and ideas. That's why emotional connection is powerful. If you love what you're talking about, your English will sound more alive. Have you ever noticed that when you talk about something you love, like your hobby, your dream, or your favorite movie, your English becomes more fluent? That's because passion removes fear. So, next time you speak English, don't focus only on the correctness of your grammar. Focus on the connection of your message. Speak with feeling. Speak with purpose. Part 7. Final thoughts, the heart of learning. At the end of the day, learning English is not just about the mind, it's about the heart. If you fill your learning journey with fear, frustration, and pressure, you'll always feel stuck. But if you fill it with curiosity, laughter, and love for progress, you'll grow naturally. So remember, don't just study English. Feel it, live it, enjoy it. Because emotions aren't barriers, they're energy. And when you learn to use that energy wisely, your English journey becomes beautiful, powerful, and unstoppable. Thank you for listening to RDM English Podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, share it with someone who's learning English too. And always remember, your emotions are your greatest teachers. Stay confident, stay kind, and keep growing, one emotion, one word, one day at a time.